everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I have another one of these turning the £1 Primark kind of wash sponges into squishies, and today I actually base this off the Marshmelli inspired donut squishy, which is a new collaboration between creamiicandy and popularboxes Hong Kong. So to start off with, I just took that Primark sponge and just cut off the tag and the string bit, and what I then did was cut off the very top of the donut to make it more of an oval shape rather than a full circle. I also just smoothed out the sponge so that it was still kind of the same smoothness and like roundness on the edges as it was before, just like made in an oval type shape. Next, to add the ears onto the donut, what I did was took a small block of memory foam, and this was just an offcut from where I've made squishies before, and I just kind of popped this up to the donut shape to get the right size and just drew out the shape that I wanted to cut out with a fine liner. I then went ahead with my scissors and just like chopped away at this shape and smoothed it all out all the way around to make the ears. What I then did was cut this shape in half so that I was left with two halves of like the same shape to make both ears. I then focused on one ear at a time, kind of smoothing out all those angles and stuff that was still left on it and making it nice and smooth, and then what I did was I just hot glued it to the very top of the donut. I also went back in on my donut actually with my scissors and just kind of smoothed it out a little bit more as the shape wasn't quite what I wanted, so I just went ahead and did that. If you are making this squishy, of course you just go back in until you're really happy with the shape, as that's the magic of kind of doing DIY ones, you just get to make it however you like. So with a couple of adjustments, like I said, I just used hot glue to stick these to the top of the donut. I didn't use a lot of hot glue, just like one little kind of dab of it. Some people get mad when I do use hot glue, but like I said, if you only use it a little bit, it's not really going to affect the squishy at all, and it does really hold it into place really fast so that when you put the puffy paint and stuff like that on, it won't fall off. So what I then did was mixed up a pink puffy paint mixture, and this was just white puffy paint by the brand Tulip with a bit of red Scribbles fabric paint mixed in and some PVA glue just to make it go a little bit further. Some people do ask me what the PVA glue like use is, and it really is just to make the paint go further and not use up so much paint, as it just like thins it a little bit, kind of like what water does to other paints. So once I had one side fully done, I left that to dry, and then I painted the rest of the other side once that side was obviously dry so that I could pop it down on the other side. And I actually did 2 layers in total. I only filmed one, kind of doing like the first layer on the front and the first layer on the back, but I actually did another layer on the front and the back of the camera, as I figured after you see one layer you will know how to paint the squishy. So yeah, I only did one layer on the camera. So once it was all fully covered and dry and everything like that, I then went ahead with white puffy paint just straight from the tube, and I started doing the white kind of icing-y type chocolatey effect that I seen on the donut, and I just started off with this white puffy paint. As you can see here, this is like normal time at the speed that I actually do it, so that I'm not left with any kind of lumps of puffy paint or uneven texture. I just kind of swirl it around straight from the tube, and this really helps to get a nice smooth finish. Basically what I did was just piped it all out and then filled in the shape using a swirling motion. For the chocolate side, I just used the Tulip Slick paint in the colour brown, and this is definitely the best fabric paint so far that I've used for chocolate drizzle. I use Dylon fabric paint in the colour dark brown for like liquid chocolate, but this one here is great for chocolate drizzle and like chocolate icing, so I do really recommend using this one. Now don't worry, this bit here wasn't a mistake where I put it into the white, that's just what it looked like on the squishy. I know it, like some people might think, oh, she's done a mistake there, but I didn't. I just kind of copied the like pattern that was on the Marshmelli donut to begin with. I also added the chocolate bit that was on top of the left ear as I was doing the boy Marshmelli donut, and there is a girl one as well where the colours are opposite, so that like these details were pink and white, but I wanted to do the boy one, so I just stuck these two bits of detail in brown. What I then did was mixed up a darker shade of pink puffy paint, and I just painted the little face on with my paintbrush. I did the little snout and the two bits of blush in this colour, and then with the same brown that I used for the rest of the deco, I just painted on the two eyes and added 2 dots in the snout of the little piggy. Once all the brown and the white kind of icingy, chocolatey, dripping effect had dried, I then went ahead with the same colours that I used for the rest of it and just painted on little heart sprinkles all over using that tiny little paintbrush that I had. I also added some extra brown onto the eyes to make them fully opaque. So once the hearts and the rest of the details had completely dried, my squishy was then complete. Now I am so happy with this transformation, honestly. Like obviously the only sponge I used for this was the obviously donut sponge and a tiny bit of memory foam, and I feel like if obviously you live near a Primark, this is a really good like alternative to using just memory foam, as it's so cheap. Like £1 is absolutely crazy, and you're able to make something as cute as this with just some paint. So yeah, I'm just really happy with how it turned out. Because of the layers of paint, I was able to get a really nice slow rising effect. It's super soft and it just bounces back absolutely perfectly, and I'm just really happy with it. I absolutely love this squishy. I've seen it like about 3 or 4 times on Instagram now. I haven't seen it for sale anywhere yet, but I really want it. So yeah, this is just gonna have to do until I actually get it, which might be a long time. That's the problem, you know, with living in the UK. If you see like squishies and stuff online, they're usually from somewhere like Hong Kong or China or Japan or just somewhere like that, or they're from America, and delivery to here takes so long sometimes. So yeah, you just have to be patient when you see new squishies, and then by the time that you get them, everyone else already has them, and it's like, oh man, like the excitement kind of goes because you've seen them so much on the internet. And I'm really gonna stop rambling on, because honestly all I'm doing is taking up your time. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and this transformation. I will have another decorating cheap squishies video coming up this week. I'm not sure when it's going to be up. It's probably going to be up more towards the end of the week, maybe Thursday, Friday, maybe even Saturday time. If you have any requests on what squishies I should decorate for that video, I still have one left to do, so let me know if you've seen like some squishies in my previous kind of hauls. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I of course will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!